If that doesn't whet your appetite, gentlemen, for the Masters, I don't know what will. We've been playing and practicing and getting into what we need to do over the last 3 months to get into the Masters, and we will cover it and preview the entire tournament coming up. But before we get going, let me say hello to our informed players dominating March's events. We've got Dani, Geldenhuys and Basil. I'm in the middle today because I can negotiate this way and that way. Gentlemen, how are we? Have we recovered? Have we had fantastic dreams after our exceptionally low scores at Glendower?
Yeah, very good. Very good week so far, Maz. Thanks for having me again, and looking forward to the chat tonight.
Yeah, no, thanks, Maz. Also good to be back. Yeah, and I'll definitely say I had some nightmares about some stupid shots I played on Sunday. That I can say.
Well, we were right there. We're going to go through your scorecard, Dani, and we're going to dissect where you went wrong and how good that score could have been. And same with you, Basil. It was unbelievable. The guys were standing along the green. They were watching the live scoring. You had literally 60 guys watching what was going to unfold. Yep. So that was great from my point of view. You were obviously on course not knowing this. But as it finished, there were guys saying, well done, Basil. So we'll go through your scorecard as well. What's on the show tonight? First of all, thank you everybody for joining us. I'll get to your comments. We hope to hear a lot from you. And I've got some prizes to give away today. Now, these are novelty Srixon golf balls. These are the new, the 7th generation Srixon Z Stars. Still in the pre-package before they made it. So this is going to go to someone who is playing the Masters. So the guys playing the Masters, I hope you have a lot to say. But we're going to start with the Glendower first, obviously. And let's look back at what happened at Glendower. Right. Results. As I mentioned, low scores from the low handicaps, which is great to see. Meneer Koenraad Pretorius, at 70 years old, becomes the oldest Duckhook player to win a Duckhook event on -6. And if you have looked at his scorecard, you'll see that it was a stretch of pretty much 3 holes that changed the entire game around, which made Dani chasing, Basil chasing. Another great performance from Stefan Meyer, finishing in his 3rd top 5 finish. Good to see Jeff Main up there on -2, 38 points. Gerard Maritz had a good game. Dana Perumal, consistency might be coming back. Cornel Erasmus, Ricky Barnard once again in the top 10. And good to see Richard Stewart playing well again, leading up to the Masters. And if you do not recall, the last player to win at Peakenwood is
Richard Stewart.
So I think it is a course that he will enjoy very much so. So I caught up with Meneer Koenraad afterwards, and this is how excited he was. He couldn't believe it. Meneer Koenraad, well done today. Your first victory. Tell me how you're feeling.
I'm feeling great. It came a long, many years. Nothing happened with me, and suddenly it all come together. I was relaxed today. I think the calmness. I never forced anything. I just let it happen. And especially on the putting, I let the putter do the work. I didn't manipulate anything. And I must say, Koenraad was boosting me. My son was there all the time. I said, come on, Pops, do it. So, it's fantastic. I won many years ago. I won. This is such a surprise. And I thank Duckhook for supporting me in this situation.
You beat 90 other players. That's quite a thing.
Yeah, I still can't believe this.
Did you enjoy the course?
Oh, this is a lovely course, and it's forgiven. I mean, every tee you're standing there, the wide fairways, it's unbelievable. You can't miss it.
He can't miss, as you say. Well, I don't think he hits it far enough to just be missing, to be honest. So it might be a bit easier for you. For me, I found a lot of trees that day. Just, when you have those rounds where things you cannot get it going. You're hitting the shots, but always one thereabouts. It just costs you the whole time. We played our match play game. I'll get to the match play games, and we got absolutely hammered, me and my partner Paul. Let me say hello to some of the Ducks that are watching us this evening. Regular, Sepp Robertson. Hello, thank you for joining. This is the first comment I see. Good evening. Good evening, Alan Lowe. How are you? We've got Tian from Durban. Tian, welcome. Leonora stays on. Everybody, Lekker boys, good to have you. And we go down. We got Carl van der Linde saying good evening, Ducks. Hello everyone from a Lekker Wet Insurance. Thank you for joining us this week, Corbus. I think you missed last week. You caught up afterwards. We got Barry Fenter. What's up, gentlemen? Like I said, if you have any questions, let me just Gerard. If it was Robert pause time, always late. There is a reason for that holding graphic, and that holding graphic's for all the viewers to jump on for that minute, because it doesn't help going straight on and then half the guys miss the intro and all the hard work I've done on the edits. So there we go. That is why it takes a minute or two to jump on. Okay, and then we got plenty more comments. So if you have any questions, let us know. Let's go through scorecards, gentlemen.
Maz,
I'm listening.
Maz, just before you go carry on there, just a shout out. I saw Alfie Sutton is actually on the group as well, chatting.
Oh,
you know, for the guys that don't know, Alfie was there on the range. You know, he works for Srixon Sports. You know, so he was out there demoing all the current equipment. So, you know, it's like well done to Alfie to actually give up his time on a Sunday to come through and also be at the Duckhook events. So, you know, from myself and all the Ducks, you know, it's like thank you for being there.
And I have a little video for you from Alfie, who was there. Aldo says, I just want to say Basil looks like a true gentleman with that haircut. Very nice, Baz.
Thanks, Aldo. Appreciate it, Baz.
Oh, there he is, Alfred Soden. Top 10. Very mooi easter. Hello, Alfred. Thanks for watching. Okay, scorecard time. Gentlemen, I'll go through Kun's scorecard quickly, just to recap. And what I was saying, start on the back nine. The game changer was a par for fifth, where he made 4 points for his par. Then he made a par on the third for 3 points. And then on the seventh, he made another par. Very good par there. And that's another 4 points. So that was the game changer. I think that was it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots just in the 3 holes that changed his round totally around and pretty much took it away from you, Donnie. Donnie, let's have a look at your scorecard and explain to us. I think a 66 is definitely on the cards.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, so obviously I started on the first, and to my dismay, I actually had a 4-putt on the first hole. I had 2 lip putts.
Hold on. Gentlemen, I need to do this quickly. What did you say, Donnie? I didn't hear you.
Yes, I actually had a 4-putt
on
the first hole. So it happens to the best of us.
Okay.
That's great. That's great.
So, but yeah, no, luckily that 4-putt didn't change the rest of the round. Actually, on hole number 5, I actually had such a good drive. I think I had like close to 25 meters into the green. You know, it was really a good drive. I bombed it, made birdie there, made a good birdie from the right hand side rough on 7, and then the putt off the green for eagle on 8, and that got me back. Missed a birdie putt on 9, which was in the throat, and then. Yeah, just a good stretch there. 10, 11, 12. Yeah, that was such a good 3 holes. You know, it was basically proper golf. Fairway, green, 1 putt. And yeah, and then I missed a birdie chip on the par 5, the 13th. And then, yeah, I would say the putter just went a bit cold. You know, I had birdie chances from the par 5, 13th all the way through to 16. And then, yeah, I just got a little bit greedy on 17. You know, missed it in the bunker right, and I tried to do a miracle shot from a place where it was technically not up, and it cost me 2 shots. So yeah.
I just say that I think many of us
well
love to shoot even close to that score, and but well done. That's impressive golf. Okay, everybody, this is Basil's scorecard. If you haven't seen it, wow. Let's take us through the stretch, especially from hole 6 until hole 17. You started on the front 9. Take us through this scorecard.
Yeah, Maz. So I unfortunately started off with a bogey. I was a bit stiff. I didn't exactly warm up for the round, but I hit it left and unfortunately hit the tree for my second, punched out in the bunker, and unfortunately couldn't up and down from there. Second hole, I had gap wedge in for my second. Unfortunately, couldn't convert the eagle, but managed the bird, and then hit it really close and tapped in on the third. And then I thought we were definitely on the birdie train. Unfortunately, missed the short one on the stroke 1. And then I had 80 meters in on the 5th hole, and unfortunately hit my lob wedge over the green and couldn't convert on the 5th hole. And then 6 and 7 were basic pars. And then the 8th hole, I had pitching wedge in, and unfortunately could not convert that eagle, as it is the easiest hole on the course. And then the 9th hole, Dylan Bowles asked me if I could drive the green. So I said, well, let's have a look. And I hit it 15 short of the green, just left of the water. And he was quite blown away by that. But, you know what, it's not exactly the play for your longer hitter. But, you know what, I was going for that low round. And I pulled it off, you know, and that actually gave me confidence on the back nine to hit my driver more. 10, made a 15-footer, and then the 11th hole I had 40 in, and I hit such a terrible chip. I had like 15 foot for birdie, and unfortunately left it on the edge. And then, it's what's it, 12. The 12th hole, Dylan Bowles said, you know what, I want to see you go at the green again. So I hit it up the left over the hazards, and I hit it like 10 short, Maz. And then I had Joey. Joey told me, Baz, I think you're going to chip it in for eagle. So I said, but let me give it a go. So I hit the chip, literally left it like a foot right in the hole, tap in. Unfortunately, on the par 5, I hit it a bit right on that hole. Hit a really good shot for my second. I hit like a little 4-iron around the water, just short. And just regulation up and down for bird there. And then the par 3, I just managed to make a par there. And then the next par 5, the 15th, I had driver 7-iron, hit it to like 20 foot and made a really good putt on the day. And I told Joey I have to birdie every hole coming in to at least have a chance, and then hopefully that the count back is in my favor. So the 16th hole, I hit it 22 foot, and I actually boxed it, but I hit Jeff Main's ball mark and it actually landed up, pushing it on line. And then 17 and 18, I left it in the mouth on 17 for bird, and the 18th hole, as you saw, I left it on the low side. So given Glendower being my home track, my lowest is 61 there, and
wow,
there was very similar trends that I had in those 2 rounds. So it was a great round. I really tried to push hard to shoot 62, but you know what? It'll come. Hopefully.
Paul says there's a schoolboy error with that putt on the 18th. Straightforward putt,
yeah,
schoolboy
I hit
error.
it low side. Amateur side. I had a bit of nerves. I tried my best. I just didn't hit it hard enough.
Okay, well done. Thank you for that monumental explanation from you. Let's have a look at the stats on the day. The stats on the day, 2 eagles, and that came from you, gentlemen. 82 birdies. Pars, 460. Bogeys, 558. Double bogeys, 333. Triple bogeys, 178. And other 18. And the featured hole was the 7th. Let's see what happened on the 7th hole. No eagles, but 1 birdie. I do not know who made this birdie.
Oh, who was that?
Who made the birdie on the 7th? So let us know.
That would be me.
Was it you?
That would be me.
Oh, sorry.
That was me.
Birdie on 7.
I think, you know what I
Of
think?
course, yes.
Let's go par 14, bogeys 33, and there's the rest of it. Donnie and Basil, I think you just need your own show, and I'll just move out the way you guys are carrying on. As always, there's a video that accompanies the end of a round, and this is what happens. So grab your beer or grab your coffee and enjoy the day out at Glendower. You ready for today?
I am. I'm looking forward to it, yeah. Always enjoy Glendower. So yeah, weather looks like it's going to be perfect.
Team game?
Yeah, we've got Gideon and Tim, so it could be a bit of a tough one. But we're ready. We know the course. So we're feeling confident.
Nice to see the rain so busy, guys. Taking it seriously.
Yeah, I think due to the Masters being played next week Friday, and a lot of ranking points that's up for grabs. I think the guys are quite keen on getting there. And this year, I must say, it's quite competitive. Even the high and low handicappers, all of them are on the range, they're practicing, losing weight, everything. So it's been a competitive year this year.
I'm going for lessons, so trying a few new things, and once they all click, you guys are in trouble.
You're playing the major. Looking forward to the Masters.
Yes, so it's going to be great. Beacon Wood's also a lacquer course. I haven't played there for a little bit, but it's always been a great course. I used to go there for my birthday, actually, way back.
Is long, so you tend to take driver a lot, but if you can hit a 3-wood and stuff and get the length, you can go in with a mid-iron maybe, that's still okay. As I say, just respect, just trying to hit the fairways, and then even if you have to lay up on the par 5 and stuff, it's still very playable. Don't try and overpower the course.
There's been a lot of talk on the group. I think the Jason that's not here has been talking this game up quite a bit, saying that he should be able to take Stuart down.
Yeah.
But I think Kero's the main man today. I think Kero's going to pull it through for us.
Yeah, look, I just want Jason to turn up. That's all. I've got half a chance then if I have a partner.
Yeah.
This is the par 3 6-hole. That's the pitch mark. And this is this. And this belongs to...
Me.
How good is that?
It was reckless, actually. I missed the hole.
Did you think it was in?
Well, I thought it was about 10 past, actually.
Sure.
But then, yeah.
Tee to green was every time something different. The greens was very, very great. The putts felt. But yeah, otherwise, this average +2. Not something to write home about. But yeah, but Josh, you had a good run in the beginning.
Yeah, course is in fantastic nick. Greens are rolling nicely. Front nine was fantastic, but I think fatigue set in playing Thursday and Sunday. Need to play some more golf.
Getting all. Oh yes. Well done.
I think my favorite hole is actually now the 18 because I birdied. It was my last hole and my first bird for the day. The course were beautiful. The greens were as normal, fast and true. So what you saw is what you get.
So gents, please talk me through your match play today.
Do you want to start?
I'll start. Yeah, we were looking forward to it. This was our first game. We were playing against the group leaders, and you guys won with a bonus point on Machalis. So our game plan was just to try and get the victory here today, which we did, 7 and 5.
Easily.
Yeah, it's not like we shot the lights out. Paul and Maz just didn't pitch up for the game.
Let's put it this way, we came very confident into this game, and like Fat said, we didn't pitch up. Dovetailing, the bird's dead. Probably leading the series after today, so a lot to play for the rest of the year.
Yeah, no, I'm very excited, but somewhere the wheels are going to come off, so I'm expecting that. But no, I'm enjoying it as far as I can.
It was just a stretch of about 4 holes where we dovetailed really well, and I think we went about 200 through those 4 or 5 holes, and just kind of swung the momentum our way, and then it was just about closing it out from there. But I think we had tough opposition today, and I think we just dovetailed really well.
The turning point came when on hole 7 I hit a good shot from the right hand side fairway, made birdie. Next hole putted in from off the green for eagle, missed a short putt here for birdie on 9, and then the streak came, birdie 10, 11 and 12. And yeah, then I think it started catching up that I'm in contention and up there, but then unfortunately I tried to be too cute on hole number 17, made double there, you know, and that took the steam out of the, you know, you can say out of the cells.
Well done.
The champion for today is shooting 6 under, 42 points, and 70 years old, Mr. Conrad Torres.
I'm feeling great. It came a long, many years. Nothing happened with me, and suddenly it all come together. I was relaxed today. I think the calmness. I never forced anything. I just let it happen, and especially on the putting, I let the putter do the work. I didn't manipulate anything, and I must say, Koenraad was boosting me. My son was there all the time and said, "Come on, Paps, do it." So yeah, it's fantastic. I won many years ago. I won. This is such a surprise, and I thank Duckhook for supporting me in this situation.
Yeah, man, it's just the one thing that we just spoke about now. It's like, is what a gentleman Kun is, and his son actually as well. Because after I went to take my bag to the car after my round, and I walked past Amber, actually Kun came up, and his son came up to me and basically just introduced themselves, and also congratulated me on my round and said it's like they were also actually rooting for me to make another birdie up there, so to take the round lower. So definitely well-deserved champion, very good gentlemen, both of them are.
Nice to have them on tour. I've got a comment here from Gerard Sneyman. Driving range didn't help. As you saw, the driving range was packed. Old uncle beat us all. That is correct. Beat us all. Yeah, so let's look at some more stats from the day before we get to the Masters. The pins. Who won the pins on the day? Well, here we go. Par 3. Third was Jacques Gravenstein. Well done, Jacques. Hit it pretty close, within maybe just outside of a meter. Then a par 4 11th, which was the closest in 2, is the EMS Health and Fitness Studio voucher, was for Cobus Barnard. I know he said he wanted to take his son to get assessed and get a workout done. And then the Tower Energy drink went on the par 3 17th to Graham de Villiers, also pretty close. That must be a great shot from him on the day. All right, who's the best 4-ball? Who can you think? Well,
my group.
You can't really look past this group, can you?
Boom.
Look at the scores. Basil Wright leading the way with Joey de Preer on +6. Jeff Main and Dylan Bell. So well done to you, gents. Then there's a matter of the featured groups and the credit fines that go out if you are on our group. There we go. Corneli Rasmus winning Group A and beating Alan Lowe, Gideon Richter, Jacques Grahamstein, and Randall Chetty. Group B, well done, Baz. It takes a lot for you to win a group off your handicap, beating Richard, Tau, Ryan Esmond, and Hanu.
It takes a lot to win a lot, Maz.
Yeah, that is true. Group 2, which is C and D, Fats winning on +1. A great way to finish his tournament, and this finish got him into the Masters. Group D is a tie between Billy Hall and JP Atwood on +3. So congratulations to you, gentlemen, for the victories. Okay, where are we at now? Right, we all always look forward to this, gentlemen. What is the team situation? Red and blue? Red and blue. Well, I can tell you right now, the red team is making a bit of a comeback. Well done, Mornay O'Kelly, halving his score from the previous rounds that he's played, +11 to lead his team to victory, although you lost the match against Sorrel Steyn. But still, well done to Mornay, Leon, Gustav, Aldo, Dean, Simon, Gerard, Gerber, Jaco, de Kok, Johan, Potgieter, and Dylan Bells, taking it for Team Red. So it's now 3-6, so the gap is closing ever so slightly. Good to see. Yes, very good to see. Let's go to the match play. We all wanted to know what happened at the end of the day. We had plenty teams up to 19. I don't know what happened to 18 or 2. Oh, these are just odd numbers. Never mind. Peter Zakaria and Cobus Skuman taking another victory, 4-2 over Aqueles, and then we got Russell Tandy and Matthew Whittle having a long day against Gideon Richter and Tim Garner. The only all-square result, which came down to the last hole, I was on the green when this happened. Both teams needed a putt. Let me remember. Janko needed a putt to win this game, and he missed. 2 up for Brayton and Randall, the 2019 champions, if I'm correct. Fricky, there you are, and Donnie, absolutely smashed, but I can see why with your score, 7 and 5, both of you in the top 10. 3 and 2 for Richard and Kira, but they're going well in the series so far, and on the leaderboard against Jason Dedicant and Jamie Sherry. Earwald and Billy gets their first victory. Fats and Hanun, let's not mention that anymore.
Heidi.
Ryan and Leon, 3 and 2 over Concept Crushers, and then 5 and 4 for Aldo and Lyle. Some big scores there, gentlemen. Some big scores. So what does this mean when it comes to the standings of Series 2 after 3 events? Well, here it is. The standings are, we have now a leader, Stefan Meyer, after his 3 top 5 finishes, moves to 112 points. I can tell you this is quite higher than the other 2 leagues. Kero drops a shot to a position rather to 108. Ronnie 106, moving up after his victory at Reimsig. Reynold Chetty steady as ever, 104. Nicky down on 103. Donnie, there you are, and your partner on 102. Tied. You two cannot leave each other alone, it seems. And then Carl van der Linde and Kevin Ho. I think it's going to be a big upset if you two gentlemen don't make it past the group stage in the team matches. So we'll see what happens. Morneo Kelly comes on board and he says, was the team planned? I lost. They win Frikkie Barnard. I'm not too sure what that means. Anyway, yes. So, gents, that is Glendower. What happens next is we've got Series 1 at Silver Lakes, and there's an announcement that's going to happen, but I'm not going to do it now. It's a bit different, but it's got to do with time. And then we go to Wanderers at the Thursday League on the 15th of April, and then we at South Downs. Donnie, you had a bit of a word in my ear about the pace of play.
Yeah, Maz, yet again, this is just going out to all the Ducks. Yes, we're all there to have fun and we're playing in friendly competitions, but, and I don't want to sound, not stupid is the word, but, I know every match play game is important to all of us, but, guys, just think about the guys in the field behind you. Yet again, it's been a few weeks where we were sort of stuck behind slow players, and the one thing that everybody needs to know is that time is catching us up. So we're going to winter. Time and the sun is going to go down quicker, and we cannot play 5.5, 6 hour rounds. It's not fair towards guys at the back of the field. Just please, guys, just. When you get to a ball, play it, hit it, and then move on to the next one. Just keep all the other ducks in mind.
I think the simple way to look at it is keep up with the guys in front of you. And if you do not see the guys in front of you, go. Hurry up. Because, like you say, the sun is catching up with us now. And, for example, we started at 10 past 11 at Glendower, and the last 4 ball came in at 6. We are going to miss 3 or 4 balls. We'll finish in the dark, and it's not fair. So let's just play ready golf. Okay, before we move on to the Masters, as we mentioned, Alfred Srixon was there with his activation for Srixon, and this is how it went.
Great to be out here with the Duckhook guys. Everyone is enjoying the new products. It's a beautiful day out here at Glendower as well, and nice to be out here. Thanks for having me, man. Beautiful.
Take us through some of the products that we have
just launched ZX. So I'm going to show you guys the family here. So we've got a Z Forged blade, which is our kind of player model. Not a lot of forgiveness, but more precision club. We've got a ZX7, which is our really hot club out on tour at the moment. ZX7, a little bit more forgiveness, but still give you that nice feel and that consistency and that control that you're looking for. We've got the ZX5 model, a little bit more bigger, a little bit chunkier, a little bit more cavity and a bit more weight around the perimeters, just to stabilize the club, make the club a bit easier. Sole is slightly bigger as well. We do have the V-sole for that better turf interaction as well. So wonderful club, the ZX5. And then the ZX4 is our ultimate forgiveness club, slightly bigger, a little bit of hollow head. We've got a forged face in it, so this is for that guy that wants to play with Srixon irons but need all the forgiveness that they can get. So as you can see, we've got the ZX7 driver and the ZX5. ZX5 slightly bigger, slightly higher launching, more spinny. You'll see it's got the staggered weight at the back to really get that MOI way at the back to launch the ball up and give you that ultimate forgiveness. Where the ZX7, we've got the 2 portable weights here, so a little bit more versatile. You can either put the heavier weight on the heel to get you a little bit of a draw shape, or the heavier weight on the toe to give yourself a left to right ball flight. We've got a couple of settings on the hosel as well, which is quite important. You can loft the driver up by 1 degree, loft it down by 1 degree. You can open up the face by 2 degrees, close it by 2 degrees on max. We've also got a new setting called the Standard FL, which is standard flat, which get the club more on a flatter lie angle, opening up the face by 2 degrees as well. And it's for those guys really looking to get that ball left to right. So slightly smaller, slightly lower launching, lower spinning in the ZX7, where the ZX5 is a little bit more forgiving with a higher launch. I also want to mention our new ball is out as well, the Z-Star 7 golf ball and the Z-Star XV7 ball. I was joking to the guys the other day, the guys on tour. Japan asked me, please, to give me positive and negative feedback on the golf ball. And I tell you, I've been sitting and thinking about a negative thought. I can't. The ball is amazing. It's only positive feedback from the tour. The guys are saying with the ball and the club combination, they're hitting the ball much further. The ball is going much straight in the winds as well. Less curvature in the air. The Z-Star is our lower launching kind of ball, more softer feeling ball as well. Our XV is a firmer feeling ball with a higher launch as well. So please check out the new golf ball as well. Check out the irons. We've got drivers out. We've got fairway woods out. So we can fit anyone into Srixon Club, no problem.
There we go, Alfie. Sep says, Alfie, thanks for the opportunity to hit the excellent clubs. I'll be seeing Donnie shortly. I hope so. Give us a call and make your booking and come and see Donnie. And Alfred says, thanks guys. And a shout out to Donnie, such a pleasure being with the guys. Looking forward to seeing you at Wanderers. Yes, he'll be there for the Thursday League chaps with the putters and the wedges and Cleveland gear.
Yeah.
You were saying, Don?
No, it's nice. It's not, like I said before, it's nice to have Alfie there. And yet again, guys, all the equipment that Alfie had there on the range, we've got it at the studio. So yet again, it's like, come through, come see us at Concepts. I'll definitely help your game. You guys can also test out all those equipment there by us. So really, if you guys are in the market, give me a shot.
There, Sharks, ZX5 all the way. Love mine. I like this. Gerard's trying to get these golf balls. He really is. When playing Glendower, was not Srixon, case of Strix off. I like that one. You might be in contention right there on your golf balls.
I think that's one.
That's one to remember. Hans says, looking forward to meeting you at Srixon. Oh, he's already got a fan base here, Alfie. Well done. Okay.
Mas, can I send a shout out to Alfie quickly?
Sure.
Alfie, I'd like to mention that I'm still looking forward to our fitting. So if you are watching, you know who I am now.
Yes. There we go. Just quickly before we move on, Ryan Esmond says, just force ready golf for everybody. I'm almost at the opinion, like, the guys know where the big hitters are. Right, just if they're running slow, hit it into them. Just hit it into them. They'll know, right? It can't hurt from 280 meters away. It's just going to tap you. Maybe a little bruise. Maybe a little bruise. Okay, if you missed it, let's just whet your appetite once again for the Masters. Friday can't come soon enough. Leon Oostin made a comment saying, is it Friday yet? It cannot come enough. We've still got Thursday to go through. Oh, man, we've got to prepare for that and get going. Past champions of the Masters. This is for all you Ducks that did not know. 2014 was the first tournament at Copperleaf where Andre Kotze had won. And then 2015 was the first time we went to Serengeti. Albert Weigel took the win. Jason Ivins in 2016, I apologize. 2017, Andrew Nielsen. 2018, Niels de Toy, I think he won by 6 under. 2019, there's a lot of Tourette's of 2020 going on. Ruben Swart took it at Serengeti, and then we could not play it. Because of lockdown, we had to move it to Rockland CCJ, where Flicky Barnard was the champion. Let me just make an announcement. For those, obviously the Sunshine Tour is playing at Serengeti. They stole our Masters spots, which, Sunshine Tour takes preference, but at least we can have the bragging rights, say the Sunshine Tour had to move Duckhook, if you know what I mean. But we'll still be playing Serengeti, and this is for the Players' Championship, which will be on the 24th of September. So at least we get that into our calendar, which will be
my birthday. Fantastic.
Oh, so hopefully you qualify. Okay.
I'll just have to win Friday.
Let's just remind everybody of what happened last year at the Masters. Fricky Barnard, 2020 Masters champion. What does that mean to you?
Means a lot, eh? I thought the Open was a good win for me, but this one is it's another level, eh? Fought really hard. Had a good start the first 7-8 holes. Thought I threw it away a little bit, but yeah, man, it was hard fought, but yeah, great game.
Talk us through that final knee-knocking putt you had.
Man, yeah, look, I got onto the green and I thought, okay, no, that's all right, 2-putt for the win. And saw the right to left there, and when I hit it, I thought he's going to go past. And he was like 2 meters odd short, and yeah, I thought, oh man, it's going to be tough. But I think it's probably the similar amount of putt that I had for the Open, so yeah, luckily it fell, so yeah, it's good.
Talk us through the course. Did you enjoy the course?
Yeah, it's a lovely course. I must actually say I prefer this one rather than the Woodmead one. But yeah, lekker course though. It was lekker fluffy, there was no hard greens, nothing, so it was, yeah, really good.
5 under, gross score of 77, Fricky Barnard. Well played, Fricky.
Rest of the season, now you're up there. You've got yourself 850 ranking points. You're
Yeah.
into all the majors again next year.
Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, I think I should probably be close to Luki. I think he's first, so maybe second or third place. I think I was in the top 10 thereabout, but yeah, it's good points to jump up the leaderboard.
Awesome, well played. I have the trophy in hand. Ooh, I'm just trying to key it out. But I have the trophy in hand, gentlemen. Coming with me to give it to, hopefully, myself. The last Masters I choked the absolute hell of, if you don't forget. It's still a bitter pill to swallow, that one. Well done, Fricky. Peter Prinsloo, you are 100% correct. I thought the same thing. There is a little bit of the World in Union in that song, if anybody else did notice. Okay, here we go. Let's just quickly break down what do we expect at Serengeti. Here is the scorecard. Not Serengeti. That's on my mind now. Peakenwood. Peakenwood. Right, we start with 2 par 4s, and we move to a difficult par 3 with water on the right. We will get to those. Par 4, par 5, par 4, par 5, and the par 5s are pretty long. Then on the 8th, there's a long par 3 with a lot of bunkers to clear. You just need to hit a good shot there. And then a 398 meter par 4 9th to finish the front 9. Then we start with a par 5 on the 10th, and then par 4, 11th, and then another long par 4. Well, I think it's like, it seems long because you're kind of playing to the water and you never quite get to the water on the other side where the par 3 tee box is. And then their featured hole, the par 3. And then we go around the next lake stretch, par 4, par 4, par 4. Then the 17th is a par 3 and then a par 4 to end. If you did not know, this is what it looks like from the top. It's a lot of water, gents, but I don't think the water comes in like terribly much. You know, it's wide. There's space to miss. So if you're hitting it to the water, you've hit it quite left or quite right. Donnie, what do you think of Peakenwood?
Yeah, Matt, definitely it's like you hit the nail on the head on the par 5s. Most of the par 5s are sort of a longish par 5, especially the one before the signature hole. It always plays sort of in wind. But you know, if you look at the course as a whole, it's normally quite wide fairways. They've put the bunkers in very strategic places, you know, so, you know, it's not just taking a drive on every hole, hitting it. If you're a long hitter, you know, sort of most of the bunkers you can fly, but mid handicappers, you know, it's like you have to think a little bit of where to place it, you know, and if you can get your course management right.
Sorry, just one extra thing about bunkers, Danny. Guys, just a bit of tip out of those bunkers if you have 100 meters or 80 meter shots. You know what, just choke down on the club, take 2 extra clubs, you know, on your shot, swing it smooth. It'll help you get the ball out. It is one of the toughest shots in golf. So the most vital thing is to obviously catch it clean. So just choke down on the club. It does help get the ball out as opposed to gripping it as if it was a normal shot.
Here is the field for the first major of the season, everybody. How it works is the top 12 of each series. Then, if those are not available or they have qualified, we move down and we move down. It is quite a process to get this field, I promise you. But here it is. It's the top players. We've got a few regulars that are not in the field, but it's a very, very good field nonetheless. I'm going to throw out 1 or 2 names, gents. If you have any names to throw out, please be my guest. I think Kira O'Connell's top 5 finishes. I think he came second twice in Series 2. In the first, he won at European and then came second at Ramsey. So he's on good form. I think Richard Stewart's on good form. I think Kevin is on good form.
I think Kevin and Louis Gadber is going to be my 2 picks.
Yeah. Peter Zakari definitely on good form.
Yeah, also Peter. I think also it's like one of my 2 picks is definitely Richard Stewart. Yet again, he was the last Duckhook player to win there. It looks like he performs well, and also if you look at how he's playing lately, since sort of IF Africa, his game has been on song. So he's definitely one of the 2 guys to look out for there. I'll definitely think that.
I think we can never write off Randall Chetty. Never. Because he's very consistent.
Yeah, his putter is on the day. I think he'll most definitely be a contender.
Definitely.
Ronnie also found a bit of form, but he seems to be a bit more up and down than consistent. So maybe Ronnie has a shout. But I think it's a very good field. We're going to enjoy competing on this field. Can Frikkie defend his title? That's another question, gents.
Okay, obviously being Frikkie's partner, I think what's going to hurt him is obviously handicap. If he can play to his handicap, he stands a chance. I know he can do it, but it just all depends on the day. He's been going to coach for a few lessons. It's like the last few games he's been struggling a little bit with irons. But if everything clicks, he can play well there. He loves those greens.
Being modest. Frikkie being modest.
I definitely think that talking about Frikkie's game, prior to all the changes and seeing coach, he was playing a decent game. And when you get constructive, coaching and physical changes, it might not work in the beginning, but let me tell you guys, it's vital that you go and you fix, you just fine tune your swing, because it makes a massive difference in the end. At the end of the year, if Frikkie doesn't play off a scratch, I don't know then.
Well, I would like to see that. I think everybody would like to see him playing off such a low handicap. Okay, I've chosen some featured holes that we're quickly going to go through because we're running out of time. I'm going to disappear and leave it to the gentleman. Boop. Right, first hole. Very important hole, boys, to get your tournament started. Not the hardest hole. Dog left, good drive, and then you've only got about a 150 approach.
Yeah, definitely. I think mid handicappers to high handicappers can play for the bunker on the right, as a direction. Get the ball to stop short of it. The big hitters can sort of take on that bunkers on the left, to try and cut the corner and leave yourself with like anything from a 50 to 100 meter shot into that green.
Yeah, I saw. I'm remembering this hole. If you are out of play, it's not the most vital thing to try go at the green, given that the fairway does narrow out a bit. So if you guys are in trouble, just lay up to about 80, 100 meters and, take your medicine, hit it on the green and potentially make a par. But, pretty good starting hole. Yeah, we've got the par 3rd, is it?
Yeah, well, that's the one.
That's it.
From what I can remember, this hole is set up a bit right towards the dam. So, guys, it's just vital, make sure of your setup, make sure that you know the wind direction. If I'm not mistaken, it usually does play into off the left there. So it is vital that you make sure that you know the wind direction.
Just on my side, I just want to say, if all these holes had names, this would be called Dorian's Pit.
100%.
Sorry, Dorian, I had to bring that up.
There we go. Even Mr. Ricketts knows it. It's called Dorian's Hole. All right, moving on to our next one.
Please tell me why.
It's a stroke 1. Very difficult hole, gents. If you do not hit a good drive here, you're probably going to make a 5.
Wow.
Yeah, Maz, obviously from the tee box, it all depends on what tee box we play. It's like, guys, the play that I normally go for is like a fairway or a hybrid down the right-hand side, leaving me like a mid-iron in. like we discussed earlier, like for the longer hitters, you're flirting with, if you want to drive or take a driver take on those bunkers, you're flirting with sort of a little bit of out of bounds, left. If you hit it too well, you can go into the water. So, yet again, this is one of those
Hold
holes.
on. If you hit it too well, go in the water. That water is miles away. I'm like 100 short of that water.
If you hit that, remember, behind that bunker, it goes downhill. So, yet again, anything can happen.
Wow.
So, if you really catch a hard bounce,
I am.
well, all depends what the wind is doing, but still.
I forget I'm sitting with the big hitters here. If you can reach that water, you've done bloody well.
I personally.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Okay, go.
No. I personally feel like that stroke one hole, you should, the guy should just hit a wood up the right. Given that you do not want to, catch that downslope and then have a downhill shot, and it is a tough hole, and it's if you make a 5 there. You move on to the next hole a happy man, so...
But gents, if you don't hit a good shot off the tee box, you're still left with like 200 just to clear the water. If you lay up with a hybrid. So now you kind of make it... Don't you think you're making it even more difficult for yourself?
I don't know.
Well, in a sense... Go, Baz.
Sorry, Danny, it's just... I don't know, if you can hit a 240 off the tee, you're going to have 160, 170, given where the wind is coming from. The most crucial part of that hole is to not hit it in a bunker.
Yeah, if you're in the bunker, you have to
If you hit it in the bunker, you're making 8.
Yeah, but also if you look at that hole design, sorry, Maz, if you look at that bunker, or the bunkers at the greenside bunker, if you left of that front portion of the green, it actually opens the green up. So if the guys are sort of looking at their second shot or even maybe a third shot if they have to come in, you favor that left-hand side of that green because it takes out, literally from a chipping perspective, it takes out all those bunkers. So yet again, this is where course management is going to come in for the guys.
Definitely.
Just to basically look at, see, okay, well, there's a bunker there. I'm not lying great. Let's favor the left-hand side there to make the second or the third shot more acceptable and basically more easy for them.
It will be interesting to see how we play that hole. I tend to find that bunker, so I really need to find a fairway for a change.
Forward off that tee, man.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see on the day. We'll see what's going. Like when I'm really hitting my driver well, I hit it better than the others, so I might we'll see how that's going. Okay.
So I'm playing in the same group as you on Friday. We'll see.
Okay. I'll try and keep up with you then. Par 3 featured hole. Big bailout area to the right. Well, pretty much, if you hit it in the water, it means you chunked it. Straightforward.
That's it.
But.
Or you had a massive hook.
Yeah.
I think the best thing to do on this hole, and guys, you just got to face the fact that you got the massive dam on your left. You have to aim it up the left. The way this green is designed and built it forces you to aim right. But if you look at the layout, just go up the left of this hole. It's just for some reason I always go. I know I'm a better player and I'm a more educated golfer, but. You know what? You just got to face the tiger and you just got to bite the bullet, man.
Put a good swing on it. Be positive and whack it.
Maz, can I ask, can we maybe put Amber on that hole? And then we can just ask all the guys who's taking Basil's line and just see how many balls goes into the water.
We'll send it to the 6th and we'll send it to the 13th. Right, we've got 2 holes left. I chose this hole because it's one of my favorite. When playing, it's very reminiscent of TPC. Their players, where you have to take the line of what line do you take here? If you're going to fade it, you start it on the bunker, and you try and get it up there.
Start it at the water.
That's good. Who can hit a 330-meter drive?
Not me.
No. It all depends. Like if you're standing on the tee box, my feeling of this hole is, it's like you can get actually quite blown away because you've got the water, you can see the bunkers from the tee box, you've got, you can see the houses on the right hand side with the out of bounds, So it's almost like you're standing on the tee box and you can get scared quite easily because it's such a daunting tee shot. But, for the better players, if you want to play safe, you take a 6 iron, hit it down there short of the bunker on the right, and from there you've got like a mid to low iron in. If you're bold, you can take drive and you hope that you can actually play it off, and hit a good drive.
No,
The main thing is as well.
Given where that tee box is, it looks like it might be selection 2 or 3. So you're only about 220 to that right-hand side bunker. So you could hit a 3-wood or a 3 iron for the longer amateur, and have 170 in. So that's not the worst play. But again, use the water to your advantage in terms of you can see which way the wind is blowing. It's quite exposed. So if the wind is blowing off the water, you just trust it more on the left. Because if you go too straight, you're going to be in the houses on the right. So it is vital to just be visual on that golf course, know where the wind is blowing, and just commit to the wind direction.
Finally, I've got the 18th because if you're in contention, this is a hole that you really need to make par on. You need to hit a good drive on the 18th without a doubt. There's bunkers left and right, so you need to thread them. And then it's not the longest approach, but then again, if you miss that green, right, that's a very deep bunker, and left is very fluffy. So you need to play this hole well.
Yeah, and also club selection comes as well. Let me rephrase. Club selection is very crucial here, because it is an uphill approach to that green. So, if you've done well enough to miss those bunkers with the tee shot, you're stuck with a sort of a mid to low iron uphill shot to sometimes a flag that you can't, or pin that you can't see. You can just see the top of the flag. So, yeah, it's going to be a very good finish. I think with the crowd standing around there, it's going to be a good finish.
I reckon middle green there if you're in contention. Don't play games.
Wayne Jensen's just jumped on and says, "Are you guys getting paid to scare everyone? The course is very forgiving. Just mud it and pray." Wayne plays very well there. He's played a lot of golf there, and I know speaking to him in the past, he's shot some very low scores. So we didn't even mention his name. So if he's on form, there's another contender for the Masters. Don't forget what I've just said, Wayne. All in all, I enjoy the layout of Peakenwood. I think every hole's got something different to offer. I think it's a pretty golf course. It's in my top 10 to be personally. I enjoy playing there, and it's always in good conditions. They've done a lot of work on the bunkers. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a great day. What can we remind you of, gents? They've got good practice facilities. They've got the driving range right there. So if you're early, you can have a good practice session. Nice putting green. Everything is close together. Everybody's got a cart. If it's 600 Rand to play golf, it would include a cart. Just remember that. We're not going to charge Oaks that much. What else can we say? It's a medal event, and it's going to be epic. Afterwards, we always, just remember, the guys who stay, which will be nice if everybody stays, we gather around the 18th green. If the winners are in the final 4-ball, or wherever they are, it doesn't really help if they come in front. I think Wayne's teeing off in the second 4-ball, so if he wins it, then everybody's going to miss his victory ceremony. And then afterwards, we gather upstairs, we hand the new champion the trophy, and we have a good drink, which is a tradition to a mini fine session. We know we've got to drive, so we won't go overboard, but it's going to be a great day on Friday. Is it Friday yet, gentlemen? Almost. Okay, just before we say goodbye, it's unbelievable how time flies. Well, yes, Srixon golf balls. This, I think we're unanimously going to give it to Mr. Gerard Snyman for his wax.
Yeah.
Srix on,
very well.
Srix off. Very good. So come collect
There
these
we
from
go.
me, Mr. Snyman. Well done. Everybody, thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure to be with you. It's been great to have these exceptional golfers on the show explaining and previewing you to what we can look forward to. That's it. We will see you guys who qualify Friday. Watch the live scoring. Support your favorites. And until next time, everybody, goodbye.